one, names are complicated. You either have a name that's not original or a name that's impossible to pronounce. And I got both. I'll start with my first name, which is Charlotte. When I was in primary school, Charlotte wasn't that much of a common name. In fact, I was the only Charlotte at my school besides for like 2 months where another one came and then she left. So for all my childhood, I thought Charlotte was an original name. I mean, I even changed school and there wasn't any Charlottes. But then came secondary school. And somehow in my class, we ended up being 3 Charlottes. 3. In the same class. But it wasn't much of a problem. Besides for me, in the class list, Charlotte number 1 was up, and then Charlotte number 3 and 4, meaning me and another one, were there. Our names on the list were next to each other, meaning that sometimes when people were reading out the names of the lists, they would skip me because they would say one Charlotte and then see the other one and think it was the same one they read again and skip to the person next to me. And also just being called in class became really hard because of course for the next 2 years we were all in the same class again and again. The thing is, when there's 2 other people with the same name as you in a class, you kind of forget to respond to the name after a while. And you start to develop some kind of weird techniques. I remember when someone called Charlotte in class, I needed to analyze who the person said it, where it came from to know if I needed to turn around or not. And weirdly enough, at some point we all got different callings. One was just called plain Charlotte. Well, not plain Charlotte, she was just called Charlotte. One was just called Charlotte. The other one was called Char. Hi, she's my friend, so probably not watching this. And I became Chachat. I mean, that's the surname my parents gave me, but I never used it really with my friends because I didn't have to. And now everybody just call me Cha because Chachat is way too long, obviously. But this year is actually the first year where I'm the only Charlotte in class. And that's when I realized I was really used to having 2 other Charlottes. As I said before, the 2 other Charlottes were before me in the name list because of the letter of the last name. And this year, for the first 2 months, I didn't respond to my name because I felt it was Charlotte number 1 being called. And when the teacher called me to come and get a paper, I would have the reflex to ask whose Charlotte he was talking to. But I'm the only one in class, so I look stupid all the time. But now I'm kind of getting used again to being the only child in class. I mean, I turn around when my friends call me, so that's a good thing. So yeah, having a common name really sucks. Luckily, it's not hard to pronounce or to write. Well, at least I thought. The one and only question I can get about how to write my name is if there's 1 or 2 T's. And I don't get why people ask this question because I've never seen a Charlotte written with only 1 T. So you know, they could always be that mixed up where they only put 1 T instead of 2. Or they could put 3. Yes, 3. One day I was getting an autograph and the person asked me if Charlotte took 1 or 2 T's and I said 2. The person had written like my name without the bars, so he just went across and turned the L into a T. And you can't really see the R too, so it really just looks like he wrote Chachat. But that's the worst it ever got. Now I'm going to move on to my last name. Theroux. It's Theroux. The thing is, it's a French name. I mean, it would be okay if it weren't for the Thériaults. It's a common last name here, which is spelled like this. Do you see where I'm going? So there's 2 options when I say my last name. Either people think they heard wrong and they just write Thériault instead of Theroux, or they write it like this. This is the most common mistake I've ever seen. So yeah, I have a really common first name and a kind of weird last name. Anyways, that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it or maybe related a bit with my name problems. If you liked the video, you could, well, actually like it. Like it. Yes. And you can subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!